Those boobs are no longer at a 90-degree angle. They are instead facing south. The love handles, the fat, the bra fats and all that, the big belly that is in the way. Hey gorgeous, Nokie Evans here, author of Spice It Up. It's time to revive your intimacy and your favorite sexual intimacy coach. Welcome to the Spice Up Your Intimacy YouTube channel. Today's video is not just for you ladies. I do realize that not only women watch this channel. There's a lot of men who watch the Spice Up Your Intimacy YouTube channel. And with that being said, today's video is not just going to benefit women, but it's also going to benefit a lot of men, okay? You'll understand why in a minute. Before I dive into this video, may you kindly do me a favor. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And remember to click that little notification bell. That way YouTube is going to notify you every time I upload a video. I definitely need your help to grow this channel. Like I said, I'm going to be talking to both men and women in this video. So on today's video, I'm going to be giving you the top 12 reasons why most women say no to sex. Oh yes, if you watch my last video, which I'm going to link in the iCard here, I was talking to you, my sisters, about how constantly refusing your husband's sex can be very detrimental to your marriage relationship. So on today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys and girls why women say no to sex. That is, most women. I'm going to give you 12 possible reasons why she may be saying no to your advances, or all of a sudden she doesn't want to be intimate with you. And I give you these reasons so that you can course correct, so that you can have a dialogue, you can have a conversation with your spouse and see if you can find a solution to the reasons why she may be saying no. Some of the reasons may need professional help, and this professional help may not necessarily be a medical doctor, and you'll understand why as we go on with the video. To you, my sisters, yeah, some of you are going to be nodding their heads saying yes, this is the reason why I say no, because I do believe that whenever a woman says no to her man's sexual advances, there is one or more reasons why she may be denying her man sex. And the funny thing, or the interesting thing, is that if a man tries to find out why she is saying no to sex, she may come up with a very shallow answer like nothing. Yeah, there is a reason why you, baby doll, are saying no to your man's sexual advances, okay? And here are the top 12 reasons why you may be saying no to your husband's sexual advances. These are in no particular order. It doesn't mean that number 1 is more important than number 12. But what I want to say to you is number 10 is going to shock you. Yes, it's going to shock you. Some of you will be like, how dare you say that? But hey, we wanna be transparent in this video. Why most women are denying men of their conjugal rights if they are in a married relationship, of which my content is really designed for people who are married. I do not want to promote premarital sex on this channel. Having said that, let's get on with these top 12 reasons why women may be saying no to sex, okay? I do not want to forget any of these reasons, so I got my cell phone right here to remind me of the points that I jotted down. And the first reason that I listed is, did your man hurt you? Are you angry at your man? In other words, unforgiveness. If a woman is holding on to any kind of grudge or unresolved issues, this may make her deny her man sexual intimacy. As much as we always try to say do not deny your man sexual intimacy, some people really get into their flesh or into their feelings, and they will quote unquote punish the men by denying them sex. So it is important for you to resolve whatever issues, whatever hurt or anger or anything something that may cause the lady to be mad at her man, you need to resolve those issues as a couple as soon as possible. Remember, we are told that we cannot let the sun go down on our anger, because by holding on to a grudge, you are giving the devil a footstool, and once he gets the foot in, he will take over the whole marriage relationship. So it is important to resolve issues as they come, preferably that same day, so that by the time you get into your matrimonial bedroom, you have no issues or no anger against your husband. Okay, the second reason why a woman may be saying no to sex is recurring physical pain. This pain in most cases is because of a lack of foreplay, like I've mentioned in previous video. Women's bodies are unique in that a woman's body needs foreplay for it to get ready. If a man tries to have sexual intercourse, that is penetration, without enough foreplay or without really taking time to make sure that the woman's gelly is well lubricated, this may lead to physical pain. The more the husband is intimate with her without a foreplay, and the more frequent you have sex, the more pain she's going to have. And what that is going to do, she's going to withdraw, she's going to avoid having sex. So it's very important to make sure that the woman's body is ready. And some of you guys are well endowed. Yeah, some of the men are well endowed. If you know, you know. The bigger you are, the more time you'll need to take making sure that your woman is ready. Okay, true story. This pain thing can actually lead to divorce court. Do you know that? So I actually know a husband and wife who, when they got married, of course the man was well endowed. Not only was he well endowed, but his sex drive was crazy high. He wanted to be sexually intimate with his wife every single day, and she could not put up with his demands, and he ended up helping himself to the nanny, and the next thing, they just couldn't stay together because he just had an insatiable sex drive. Not only that, he was extra large according to the wife. So that marriage ended because he wanted to be intimate with her on a daily basis and she could not handle him. Some of you ladies may be abstaining until marriage, and then I think I have a point that's coming up that's going to touch on this a little bit. When you get into this marriage and then you get surprised that, oh my gosh, this thing is so big, I cannot handle it. It is real. Some people out there, they actually do what they call test driving, which we do not promote because it can have very bad results. Okay, so let's move on. So that is, as recurring pain is a thing, and she may be saying no because of pain, and that pain may not just be from being dry or being unlubricated. There might be some other medical underlying condition which I'm going to mention in a little bit. There might be some other condition which she needs to have addressed. Okay, but physical pain, especially from not being ready, from the lack of foreplay, is a very common reason why a woman may say no to sex. Okay, let's move on to the third reason that a woman may say no to sex. And believe it or not, lack of enjoyment, pleasure, or satisfaction could be another reason why a woman may refuse to have sex with her man. And this is a big deal. This may be due to the same thing every single time. I know I did mention in one of my previous videos on how monotony can really kill your marriage. Yeah, can kill the appetite. And this also happens to men as well, but mostly women. If they are doing the same thing every day, the same style, same whatever, it just gets to be boring. There's no excitement, there's nothing to look forward to. So it's important for you guys to be adventurous and to explore each other. Yes, the exploration period should never end. You should explore each other's bodies. You should change your venue. Yeah, change your location every so often. Book a staycation somewhere, go away on vacation or something. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just change the environment, change changing the environment is going to spice up your intimacy. Where did I hear this? I don't remember, but I heard that most men say some of their best sexual experiences has been when they've been away on vacation. So that says something about changing your location. Yeah, change the location, go away somewhere and just have fun. You know, you gotta spice it up. You gotta spice it up, okay? And bring some excitement without crossing each other's boundaries and without compromising your moral or Christian beliefs, okay? It is doable, it is possible. Everything that you need to have an exciting, spicy sexual intimacy relationship is within you, okay? Now, moving on to the fourth reason why a woman may say no to sex or may all of a sudden not be interested in sex, and that is having sex may bring an onset of triggers. That is, some women, yes, and men, but we're talking about women here, have experienced some past trauma. It could be some sexual assault, some molestation, or some bad, very bad relationship, or a terrible sexual experience, and this is going to make her body cringe whenever it's time to have sexual intimacy, especially if she does not get help, professional help like therapy. There is nothing wrong with getting therapy, guys. You need to get therapy so that you can improve on your sexual health, and ideally you want to identify these things before you even get into your marriage. However, like I've said before, if you think you're fine and then all of a sudden when you get into your marriage you find out that there are some issues or there's triggers or things that come up that make you want to withdraw or not want to have sex, maybe because of that past experience, it is okay to talk to your husband and seek professional help. This way you can take care of that issue and you are not going to be punishing your husband and have the poor man experience a sexless marriage, okay? So take care of any past issues that you may have experienced. Okay, moving on to number 5. The fifth reason why a woman may be saying no to sex is, and this is very, very, very common, you won't even believe it, physical exhaustion. Women are tired. Women are taking care of everybody, whether she is staying at home taking care of the little ones or going to work every day, or she has a business and juggling a lot of things. This can take a toll on her body, and by the end of the day, when she just thinks of being intimate with her husband, that thought just makes her cringe and kills the appetite. She is not ready to have sex because of the long day that she had. She's exhausted. She had meetings after meetings at work. She had the little ones running all over the place and maybe doing school runs, taking them to daycare and picking them up from school, taking them to their game, to their after school activities, doing laundry, cooking, you name it. Maybe she has a home-based business. On top of all that, she is physically exhausted, and because of that, she is not going to be in a position to have sex. Now, how do you get around that? Get help. The more a man helps the woman around the house, or if you can take off some of the things from her by getting her whatever help she needs, this is going to help, because women are really, really, really tired, okay? This is one of the most common reasons why women will say no to sex. Okay, let's move on to the sixth reason why a woman may say no to sex. Hormonal changes or hormonal imbalances may also kill a woman's sex drive. And these hormonal changes may be due to several reasons. Maybe the type of birth control that she's on may affect her hormones. Maybe she's taking some particular type of medication that is also affecting her hormones. This could be antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications. These have a tendency of affecting a woman's hormones, and because of that, she may not feel like she wants to have sex. Hormonal changes, this is a big deal. And another thing, if the older a woman gets, especially as a woman approaches menopause, not every woman though, some women when they approach menopause, their sex drive does take a dive. It can go down, but not every woman, let me say that. But some of them, I know some women just use that as an excuse, but some women genuinely genuinely have issues during the time when they are going through menopause. They may not feel like having sex at all, so the husband has to bear with them, and she may have to get some kind of hormonal therapy or whatever professional help that she can get. Okay, the number 7 reason why a woman may say no to sex is because of performance anxiety. And by that I mean a woman may be worried about her performance in bed. She may be worried about how good or how bad she is. She may feel inadequate. She may be worried about that big or reaching an orgasm. And all these things can affect somebody's willingness to have sex. Yeah, performance anxiety is a big deal. And some women, because most women worry about their performance, how good they are, or what the man thinks, if the man thinks that they are good in bed or not, and as a result she may feel some kind of way. She may avoid sex by all means because of that performance anxiety, which can lead to other problems as well. It can lead to her not even reaching that orgasm because she's worried about way too many things, about reaching the orgasm, about performance, about whatever she's worrying about, how she looks and all those things. And honestly guys, just be you and just enjoy, you know. I know I may make it sound like it's easy. For some people it's actually not, but try to be yourself, okay? And then moving on to number 8. And the number 8 reason why a woman may be saying no to sex, also linked to the previous one, is body image issues, especially after the women have kids and those boobs are no longer at a 90-degree angle. They are instead facing south. The love handles, the fat, the bra fats and all that, the big belly that is in the way, that can make a woman avoid being sexually intimate with her spouse. But ladies, let me tell you something. A man who really loves you does not even care about that body image issue. Yes, of course there are men who will make comments or who will say something about your body, the weight gain and everything, but remember who made you pregnant in the first place. I think it can be very, very insensitive for some men. Those men who complain about the woman gaining weight, it is because you did something to her. You planted something in her body and a human being grew inside her body, and she birthed this human being and she had to face these changes. That body that she had, that hourglass figure that she had at one point, it may not come back. It may not, depending on all these changes that come about in life. Like I mentioned, the hormonal changes too. Some of the birth control that women use can definitely affect their body shape. It can make them gain weight and all that. So men, bear with your woman. Don't be one of those guys who has negative comments about the woman. Well, if she is making an effort to maintain her health and stay in shape and be physically fit, because it's one thing to gain weight and just be without energy. It is another thing to put an effort to maintain your fitness. That's what is important. Maintain the fitness. Don't just let yourself loose, and that is when some men will have issues. Try, even if you gain weight or your body changes, try by all means to stay fit, not just for the sex part of it, just for your health as well. Okay, let's move on to the number 9 reason why women may be saying no to sex. Experiencing a major loss or a major life change can affect a woman's sex drive. Did she lose a parent? Did she lose a loved one, a close loved one? Did she lose a job? Were there issues at work? This could be anything. Did you just relocate? And all these things can come together and can kill the sex drive. Yes, they can. And loss of a baby, you know, things like that. Women take time to process things. Well, some men too, but women do take time to process things. Even moving, relocating, moving to a different state, moving to a different country. She's no longer at her usual place. That move, the tiredness, packing up a whole house and unpacking a whole house and getting things in order, all those things, those major life changes? Could it be her business is not doing well? All those things can affect a woman's sex drive, okay? So that could be another thing. A major life transition can result in a low sex drive for a woman, okay? Now let's move on to number 10. Oh yes, don't be killing the messenger, don't be throwing stones at me, but this is a reality, this is fact, okay? The extended use of battery operated sex toys, oh yes, that can kill the desire for a man, because you are so addicted to that sex toy and your man cannot compete with a battery operated gadget, okay? You better watch my last video, the one on sex toys, how a sex toy will kill your marriage. Yes, sex toys will literally kill your marriage for sure, and you are being unfair to your spouse by using those battery operated things, and you are just introducing problems into your bedroom. Talking to people, to women, or listening to women who have been highly addicted to sex toys, those things, for lack of a better word, they are demonic, okay? Stop using sex toys, because they are going to ruin your marriage. They are going to build a wedge between you and your husband. Don't be using sex toys, because there is no man who can compete with a sex toy. Most women who are addicted to those sex toys are at high risk of masturbation, which we do not promote on this channel as well, okay? We do not promote sex toys, we do not promote masturbation. Like I said, sex has to be between you and your husband as God created it to be, okay? So get rid of the sex toys, stop the addiction, because it is killing the intimacy between you and your husband. Stop, and stop today, okay? Now let's move on to number 11. These last two, there's something about these last two. These last two cannot be ignored, okay? The number 11 reason why a woman may say no to having sex with her husband is maybe because she is no longer emotionally connected with her man for whatever reason, because we know that women are highly emotional. Yes, women are emotional human beings. So if a woman is not emotionally connected to a man, there is nothing that is going to happen. A woman has to feel some kind of emotional connection for her to have sex with a man. If that emotional connection is compromised for whatever reason, because there could be a whole host of reasons why the emotional connection is compromised, which I encourage that you both get to the bottom of it. If there's no emotional connection, a woman is not going to say yes to sex, because if a woman is emotionally connected to her man, the more physically attracted and the more physically intimate she's going to be with her man, okay? Now moving on to the number 12 reason why most women say no to sex, and this one really covers all the reasons that I have mentioned, but it can go any direction. Hey gorgeous, do you need help spicing up your intimacy, or are you a new wife who has no idea on what to do as far as sexual intimacy? Yeah, that is where I come in. I am that sexual intimacy coach that you've been looking for. I'm going to leave links in the description box of my calendar so that you can book a session with me, whether you want to spice up your intimacy, or you have a challenge sexually that needs to be addressed, or you are a new wife who is clueless. That's where I come in. I am your favorite sexual intimacy coach. Would you give me a chance to coach you? Yes, go ahead and check out the description box below and book your session today so that we can take your sexual intimacy from cold, maybe lukewarm, to blazing hot. Go ahead, book a session today, and I'll see you soon. The woman may have a low libido naturally. Yeah, there are some women who naturally have a low sex drive, and apart from having a natural low sex drive, the low sex drive could be as a result of any of the reasons that I've mentioned, and it could go any direction. Yes, some things could be done with this low sex drive. A lot of compromise will have to happen. Good conversation has to happen. Some professional help may be needed for a woman to get to a place where she desires to have sexual intimacy with her husband. So it's very important not to ignore these things, especially the low sex drive thing. You have to get to the root of the problem, especially if it doesn't come naturally. It could be maybe some medical issues. It could be anything, any of the reasons that I've mentioned. So never ignore a low sex drive. Get to the bottom of it so that you can cultivate a healthy marriage and make sure that you take care of your man. You know what I'm saying? And apart from that, you know, sex is not just for the man, it is for you as well. It can relieve stress. It can do a whole lot of things that you can't even imagine. So being sexual intimate with your spouse is very, very important. Even the word of God instructs you to be intimate with your spouse. Men, if you are watching this video, take note of all these reasons and the things that are within your control. Make sure that you do take care of those. If there are things that you yourself are doing to make this woman say no to sex, you better act before you lose her, okay? And if it's selfishness, because some of you are very selfish, you just jump on her without foreplay, you need to have some foreplay. You need to consider your women's feelings. And women, don't just be saying no every day or for the sake of saying no. There is a lot of compromise that you have to come to. You have to come to agreement with your spouse in a lot of things, okay? If you enjoyed this video, I know for sure that you're going to enjoy this next video here. But now talk to me in the comments which of the reasons resonated with you in this video. Just drop a number drop a number in the comments and I'll figure it out. So with that being said, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up so that other people looking for similar content may